Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT and Google Maps to make money online. Now you've probably seen videos like these on YouTube because they've been exploding recently, but if you haven't, basically they're showing how much money people have been able to make using Google Maps. Like this one video says that she made $800 in 4 hours using Google Maps, and in this video I'm going to show you a step-by-step tutorial on how to do that using ChatGPT. The first step is to go to chat.openai.com. So we're going to use ChatGPT to do a little bit of the work for us and to come up with a list of small businesses that we can contact so that they can purchase our services. So we're going to do that by asking it, can you give me a list of small businesses? So it gave us a list of 30 different small businesses, and you can always ask it for more if that's not enough. So now we're going to take this list of small businesses and we're going to go to Google and do some research. So there's a few things you're going to need to research with these businesses so that we can offer them services. So I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do with these businesses. So find a business that you feel like there's a lot of, but they're fairly small. So I'm going to go with landscaping. So just look up landscapers near where you live in your province or state, etc. And so now I'm going to show you the things you want to look for with these businesses. So if you're in a fairly small city, you want to look for ones with less than 10 reviews. But if you're in a bigger city, then you want to look for ones with more like 20 or 30. You just don't want to look at ones that have like 200 reviews because they're most likely already going to have good advertising if they have a lot of reviews on Google. So if you can find businesses like this with 10 or less reviews, you're going to have the best chance of them checking off other things that are on this list as well. So the second thing you want to look for is this right here that says claim this business. So that means that they have not claimed their business, so they don't have a Google business account set up. So you could offer to help out with that. Make sure they have some kind of contact information as well, because we're going to need to be able to contact them so that we can contact them about our services. And then also, if you see any other missing information like this where it says there's no hours available, these ones are also great to contact because they're not taking their presence on Google very seriously, and that's what we're going to help them with. You can see here there's like 50 different landscaping companies here if we go all the way down, and this one at the top comes up first. So if you go to some that are all the way down on the bottom, they probably don't have very good rankings on Google Maps and Google search. And then search up landscaping as well and see who is ranking really low on the SEO, because then we'll be able to offer to help them out with that. So once you have found maybe 5 or 10 businesses that have low reviews, they have a bad presence on Google because they're missing important information on their website. They also might have not even claimed their business, and they also have contact information so that you can get a hold of them. Then we're going to go to step 3. So you might be wondering, how are we actually going to help them increase their presence on Google? And there's 2 ways you can go about doing this. Now the first way is by going to this course called Google My Business, which is free, and it gives you a complete course that you can say you've taken on how to set up Google businesses, and then you can tell them you've taken that and that you can help them by doing that. And if you're not interested in taking a complete course on how to do that, you can also go to websites like Fiverr.com and Upwork and just do a quick search for Google Maps SEO. And there's lots of services here. You can take one of these services for like $15 or $20 or even $50. And so what you can do is that you can take these services and contact businesses. You can call a business or you can email them and then offer up your services for more than you are paying on Fiverr. So that way you can make money. So you could pay this guy $100 for his services, and then you could get paid $200. So you're making $100 for doing nothing. All you had to do is get in contact with the business and find them on Google Maps. So in order to email these companies, all you have to do is find one and go to their website, and they're most likely going to have an email on their website. So here's an example company right here, and we're going to go to their website. Then we can just go down to the bottom and it says contact, and then they have their email right here and their phone number that we can use to contact them. So personally, I would recommend emailing if you're not the best at selling things to people, but if you are good at that, you could just phone them, tell them, hey, I noticed you're missing information on your Google Maps, you haven't claimed your business, etc. You have bad ratings. I'll offer services to improve your SEO. And once they agree, you can use a website like Fiverr, Upwork to set up a gig and send it to them, and then you could say, purchase this, I'll do the work for you, and then you can make a gig on Fiverr, Upwork, and then you can just buy somebody else's gig, price yours at a higher price. Okay, so now we're going to use ChatGPT to come up with ways to pitch our services to people. So go back to ChatGPT and open up a prompt, and then we're just going to ask it, write me a sales pitch on my Google Maps SEO services to a landscaping company. So we got this massive sales pitch. It says dear landscaping company name. It says a lot of stuff in here, and you can change it up however you like, but it gives you the kind of general structure. For example, we don't have an SEO company, so you could get rid of this part and you could just change it up to where it makes sense for you, and then you can send it to them. And ChatGPT does 90% of the work. You just have to do the touch-ups. It takes maybe 10 minutes per business. If you email like 20 different businesses, maybe 1 or 2 reply, you go to Fiverr, you set up a gig for $200. Fiverr takes a 20% cut, so then you make $160 every time somebody purchases it, and then you can either decide to do the work yourself, follow that Google My Business course that I have linked in the description, or you can go on Fiverr, Upwork, and you can hire somebody else for a cheaper price to do all the work for you. And then you're making like $60 after maybe an hour or 2 of work. So in my opinion, it's really good because it requires no skills, and you have the possibility to make a lot of money, and it's almost passive income because you're putting in so little work for so much return if you do get a lot of orders. So Google SEO services can even go up to $1,000 for a service. So once you get established, you can say that you've worked for different companies. I've done your competitors' SEO before. It's helping them get more sales than you, and you can really convince them and then offer them your services for maybe even $500 or $600. So you can be making way more once you're experienced and established, because then you have experience to back up what you're selling, and then you can make a lot of money doing this online. So overall, I would rate this side hustle on an 8 out of 10, and the reasons are because it takes no skill. If you get lucky and people do respond and purchase your offers, you pretty much have to do no work. It takes you a few hours to email them out, and you can just send it off to some other person on a Fiverr and pay them. But the only negatives that I really have with this, you could spend hours looking and researching at hundreds of different companies before anybody actually purchases, and even then you could only end up making $60. So it really depends on how often businesses are responding to you after you answer them, and if you get lucky with a lot of people biting on your offers and purchasing.